Okay, guys, we're back out in the garage, and it's a cold day here. It's supposed to snow today, and but I've got a little bit of heat on the garage because, well, just because I want to. So make it a little bit nicer out here. So we're out working on this, and the issue that I've had, actually, I have to admit, for the last 10 days or so, is to try to figure out how to get this rotor off. It's been stumping me because I don't want to damage this in any way. Normally, of course, you could grab a puller and just, throw some claws back here and pull this thing off, but you don't dare do that because of all the windings on it. And I didn't want to have to buy a new one or anything else. Obviously, it's very rusty. I'm going to need some cleanup, but it was working before I started this job. It was working just fine, so I'm assuming it's going to continue to work if I'm careful with it. So that's the thing. I'm trying to be very gentle with it and do it the proper way. So as part of that, because I couldn't really figure out how on earth to get it off any other way, I actually, sent away to get the proper tool. Proper tools are always good, and this is just a little puller. The way it works is that the interior of the rotor here is threaded with M8 thread, okay, and then it's got a little punch at the end of it there, and that, as you're threading it in, pushes against the shaft, the main shaft of the engine here, and then just pops off the rotor. That's the theory. So I was, thought, okay, I'll wait the week to get this part delivered to me, which I did. It was quite cheap. It was like, well, not even $10, whatever it was. And but I got it and I try it and put it in here, and look, it doesn't fit. It does not go in, man. It doesn't go in. So I'm thinking, well, how the hell does that work? And I have to admit, I'm not doing this video live. I actually did do the video live, but turned out I wasn't filming, which isn't very good. So, but bottom line is, found out that this little end piece comes off. Now, it was actually in there much tighter than what I've just done now. I had to fight with it a bit to get it off, but that piece comes off. And then you can put your M8 thread in there, okay? And thread this thing down and pull it off. Now, I'm just going to show you, for those that might be curious, the little end piece I pulled off. And you'll notice it is keyed, right? Keyed. And you'll also notice it's not round, okay? It's, I guess you'd call that an eccentric, right? And this piece is actually what your points are being actuated by is what the points are riding on to actuate and open and close the points, and that's why it is not dead center. And that's also why it's keyed, because it's important for timing that be accurate. This rotor is also keyed, so essentially, and it's loose now, and I'm not going to put it on just to show you, but bottom line, you screw this thing down. I had a hefty wrench on it. This thing's probably, looking at it, I don't think it's ever been off. This bike is 1974, so yeah. So it was on there pretty tight, but I just cranked it down. I was able to hold it. I didn't have to do anything. I thought maybe I'd have to, I got a hockey stick here, piece of a hockey stick, and I was going to shove it up in here because I've got the muffler off to go and actually hold the piston and hold the engine from moving. That was my theory. Didn't have to do that. I just held it with my hand and cranked it with the wrench, and well, off she came. Off she came, and there she is. So I'm quite happy about that, because that's taken me, like I said, 10 days of waiting to get this thing off in one nice, careful piece. So as you can see, it is very rusty. It's going to need some cleanup, but she works. So we'll clean that up a little bit. Yeah, it's not, I mean, considering it's 1974 and this is a, Soviet motorcycle from the Czech Republic, or I should say Czechoslovakia, because it's from Czechoslovakia when Czechoslovakia, prior to the Czech Republic, was part of the Soviet Union. I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it works. Okay, so anyways, that's it for this little piece of it, and now I think the next bit is to go and start taking the engine out. I didn't want to, and I should just mention, I didn't want to take the engine out with this still on there. Again, for fear of, this engine's pretty heavy, right? I didn't want to accidentally whack it, so I'm taking the engine out. So that's why the engine isn't already out. You could certainly, I've seen lots of people online do it that way, take these off when it's on the bench. But for for me, I just wanted to do it while it was still on the bike so I don't whack it, because I really don't want to have to replace this. Okay, guys, look, you guys take care, and yeah, see you on the other side.